Hi there Aquarius, how are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome to your weekly reading. Back with me again, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. Ooh, for those of you who are new to my channel, hello. And for those of you who have been here a long time, welcome back. So, how are you Aquarius? We're going to be doing a pick card reading by the end of the session. It's going to be how do they feel about you. Please don't forget to check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. Me personally, I realize it with my readings and all general readings out there on YouTube. I tend to resonate a lot more with my Venus sign rather than my sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign, or what have you. So you might want to check that one out too. And this general reading, so the roles might get reversed, alright? So let's talk about your energy here. Aquarius, you have the 9 of Wands and 9 of Swords. So 9, the number 9 is very, very prominent to you. You're almost there. You're almost in the phase of completion. All you gotta do is just to make a conclusion out of it. You got a Devil card in here too. So if you guys are dealing with one person, because in this channel we're doing one person scenarios and two people scenarios. So if you're dealing with one person, this reading is for you. The two people scenario is going to be on the second session of the reading. So if you're only dealing with one person, I feel that you guys have, and there's the force of Saturn though. So Saturn is kind of like forcing you to take a very, very microscopic view of the relationship in general, in which you can't be the optimistic person. Again, you can't just let things slide. You can't just like, oh, I think things will change for the better and everything like that. No, I feel that the universe, especially this week or this month, is kind of like forcing you to really, really pay a closer look into your relationship sector. You have a trust issues here with this 9 of Wands. You're not sure, even if you want to pursue it again, even if you want to fight for it again, you're not certain if the outcome in the future is your expected outcome. Because you've tried minimum 8 ways, always expecting things to turn around in your favor and everything like that. But I feel that you're just drained from trying over and over again and end up being disappointed. Take care of your sleep cycle, yeah? When it's time for bed, shut off your social media, shut off your phone, don't read anything, try to sleep. Because I feel that you would have a tendency to develop some sort of insomnia. Just like a little bit foggy on the brain. What is the overall challenge of your relationship sector? You have the Knight of Swords and you also have the Fool card. So, you want to rush things right now. You want to get your clarity right now. You want things that are certain, and those things are the one that kind of like makes you unable to take a giant leap of faith again, especially if you guys are dealing with one person. Because before you jump into that giant leap of faith, you want to know if the outcome or the future is exactly how you wanted it to be, because you don't want to get burned anymore. You might be dealing with somebody who is kind of like quite a little bit impulsive as well. For now the day, please. 3 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, see, even in the past, you guys were like, I don't know what to do. You want to emotionally check out, but it's just difficult. Because I feel that the other person is kind of like not giving you either the closure, the confirmation, or the clarity that you've been looking for. Okay, it's kind of like difficult because you want answer, you want clarity, you want closure, you want confirmations, you want certainty. And dealing with the Temperance. Temperance is a Sagittarius card. It's ruled by Jupiter. I'm a Sagittarius, by the way, but I have Venus in Aquarius. But dealing with these type of people who kind of like, well, we'll see how it goes. Like, you know, like, let's just not rush things. Let's just, you know, go with the flow and everything like that. Just somebody who you feel is kind of like quite unbothered. And you feel also that this person is kind of like quite undecided when it comes to you. They're leaving the door open. Doing this to an air sign is kind of bad though. You know what I mean? Because the one thing that I noticed about air signs is that what you think is what you feel. The more somebody makes you think and figure out and try to fit the puzzle and everything like that, the more that you're going to be feeling for them. So now that you don't have that clarity, closure, confirmation, whatever it is that you're looking for, it's driving you even crazier because you're trying to, you know, you're trying to solve the puzzle. Tú me estás cargando these 5 cards in the now. 6 of Swords. Six of Wands in reverse. If you think that this doesn't affect them as much as it does to you, you're so mistaken, my friend. Because it does. But they're just not showing it. Especially now that you are, I feel that in this week you guys are going to be distancing yourself. You're no longer going to give that extra attention, that extra effort that you probably used to before and everything like that. And then they're going to feel it like, oh wow, like, okay. So Aquarius in the past, they were trying to make things happen. And now all of a sudden, you know, I see Aquarius, I sense Aquarius turns to back up and is no longer as generous as they were before. And what happened to them though is that they become the 6 of Wands in reverse. It affects them in a different way that it affects you. You know what I mean? It affects you in a way that you get to overthink about it. You can't shut off your mind to stop thinking about them. For them, this feels like either you are ignoring them or you guys are rejecting them or anything like that. It hurts their ego. So that they become less motivated to do something for their life. You know what I mean? You might be dealing with a fire sign too, though. A fire sign, a Taurus or a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. I feel this week is like, for you, it's like it's all or nothing. You're in or you're out. And they kind of like sense that type of energy from you. You know, they feel that you're kind of like throwing some sort of ultimatum to them, or they know that maybe this is their last resort and anything like that. But I feel that their pride is not really letting them do something about it this week. An agreement has been broken. A promise has been broken. Because you got the Hierophant card in reverse in here. Let's see the pick a card reading. I mean, yeah, because both of you are kind of like quite connected with one another. I mean, that this is a connection that nobody can run away from. A love that you might feel it and they might feel it, maybe try to deny it, but you can't. You know, it's there. All it needs is just like constant consistency and persistency. But yeah, and some understanding here. But let's see what happens in the future, yeah? That means 5 cards in the future. Six of Cups. Hangman. Yeah, but they're passive. I think you're dealing with somebody who's kind of like pretty passive. The World card in reverse. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 8 of Pentacles. I need to clarify something. see. I feel that even in the future, so we're talking about 2 weeks to come, maybe, they acknowledge that, you know what I mean? Like they're starting to feel that, wow, like I miss Aquarius. Again, it affects them on a motivational level, up to the point that they're not really motivated to do anything. So they might withdraw themselves from their social circle too. They might be like a little bit inconsistent with their work and everything like that, because it affects them on that level. So in the future, it's kind of like gonna get worse for them, especially since in the future they would have like a run-in, or they would have like an ex kind of like reaching out to them for help and anything like that. But I don't think like it's something that you need to be worrying about, because they don't care much about that, but they care a lot about you. And they're also kind of like going back and forth of whether they need to do something about you or not. But then they decided to just be like the hangman. So this person is trying to study you very much, but they just decided to become a passive person. And then you guys realizing that this relationship is not offering you that type of happiness that you're looking for, is not offering you the justice, the fair type of relationship where both people are giving mutual give and take to one another and everything like that. So you decided to just kind of like divert your focus from your relationship to your work, because I feel that in 2 weeks to come, so in the next week, not this week, in the next week, you guys are going to be putting like a lot of work. You're trying to divert your attention elsewhere. And we're for this person, I feel that it's kind of like it's like two people, yeah, waiting for one another. Like the ball is in your court, Aquarius. That's how they say it. And then you guys are like, nah, this time you need to do the work, something like that. And you're just going to divert your attention. So still kind of like an unfinished business going on in here, especially with the World card in reverse in here. Nobody kind of like really closes off the chapter, making conclusion or anything like that. You're just trying to divert your attention elsewhere. And you're just going to be focusing a lot on your goal in life, in your career or in your businesses or what have you. But you're really trying to distract yourself with like a lot of things at once. And you're going to be very, very consistent at it. Whereas this person is just waiting and waiting and waiting for you to come around. They're just waiting on you. Kind of impatiently, but they're waiting on you. All right, so I think that is it. If you guys are dealing with one person, I'm going to be putting a timestamp right over here for when the pick card reading starts. Now let's move on to the two people scenarios, meaning that if you guys are dealing with only one person, your reading ends now, and now it's for the people who are dealing with two people. I need to clarify something. I see. All right, got it. Okay, so person A is somebody that you've already lost your hope with this person. You know what I mean? Like you feel like, you know what? Like it's such, like I'm not going to be beating on a dead horse. I'm not going to do anything about it. And then this person have this kind of like unbothered aura when it comes to them. You feel that this person is not really taking you seriously and everything like that. So in the now, I feel that you guys are trying to get over this person. You're trying to transform yourself because you kind of like starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. This person is still very much kind of like quite unbothered by you. You know, they act like they're unbothered. They act like they're moving on. They act as if like anything doesn't really faze them when it comes to you. In the future, this person, I feel that this person is going to be either going back to their ex, or they're going to show you that they've moved on by being with somebody else. So that's person A. Person B is somebody who I think you kind of like put some effort when it comes to this, you know what I mean? But you're kind of like quite disappointed because you feel that this person is not prioritizing you. So in the now, you're deciding to not give that equal give and take. You're trying to withdraw from them, and then they're going to feel that effect. They're going to be feeling like, well, wait. Why is Aquarius no longer doing what they are used to do, in the past? So it's going to kind of like affect them on that motivational effect. Like, oh wow, like I'm no longer feeling good about myself. Was it something that I did? Do they not like me physically? Like, they're going to be something like that. Yeah, do they not like me physically? Do like, they're kind of like, what is it that I did wrong? So because they feel that way, they're going to try to study you. So maybe they're going to study your astrology, or they're trying to study your face and your personality and what you look like and everything like that. And I feel that this person in the future, because they're trying to understand you, they're trying to kind of like go inside of you, if that makes sense. I feel that in the future you're going to be choosing to put in some effort with this person, trying to be appreciative of their effort, and leave behind person A, who it's kind of like quite an unfinished business between you and person A, to be honest with you, but you feel that that chapter needs to be closed. All right, so I feel that is it for my reading for you, Aquarius. Now let's move on to the pick a card reading. All right, so I have 4 piles of cards with me now. This is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, this is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds of full silence so that you guys can concentrate. And please, 1 pile of card for 1 person. So if you have multiple people, remember 1 pile of card for 1 person. Okay? Don't choose multiple pile of card for 1 person because you're going to end up getting confused. All right, let's go. All right, so are you done? If you're not done, you could replay it, all right? Okay, let's see for those of you who chose pile number 1. So, King of Swords, 7 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and then the 5 of Swords. Yeah, now what have you done? What did you do to them? Because this person feels that you guys bullied them at some point. You might be dealing with an air sign or a earth sign. By the way, so this King of Swords in this particular deck of mine, as you can see, right, he's wearing like a red robe, whatever that is, or pajamas. I'm not pretty sure what that is. But red symbolizes our passion. Red symbolizes our ego. Being it as a sword, it means that you're dealing with somebody who attach their ego, their passion with their intellectual. So when you're dealing with this type of King of Swords, every time you're trying to prove that their argument is incorrect, or they have like a little bit of a logical fallacy, or you're trying to prove them they're doing wrong intellectually, or whatever it is that they're saying doesn't make sense, they took it to the heart. So that's why I asked you, that's why I said to you, this person feel that you guys bullied them because this person attached their ego with their brain, with the way of their thinking. You know what I mean? The King of Swords always feel that they're smart. They're the smartest one in the room. And if there's another person who try to prove them wrong, that is such a big insult for them. It's not that they're playing the victim. I've seen worse case of playing the victim, but this is not really that. It's just that they feel that they're hurt. Their ego is hurt because you, in their word, would be insult their intelligence. You know what I mean? So because we're talking about ego here, I feel that this person is not really going to show you how much it affects them. How this relationship affect them, how sad they are, because they have a 5 of Cups, so they do feel regretful, they do feel sorry, they do feel remorseful. There's like, oh yeah, I fucked up in that area, but I'm not going to say sorry. I'm not going to do anything about it because Aquarius also insulted my intelligence as well. So what they do, they become the Seven of Swords. So they are withholding, again, the truth or the clarity or the confirmations or the closure that you're looking for. Trying to act unfazed and unbothered by it, and probably going to show like how happy they are in and now. But here's the thing, you know, if you got this love card, you shouldn't be saying as if like, oh my god, like I mean so little to them, you know, I'm not affecting them at all. They made me do this, and you know, now they're living happily ever after. No, 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 no. No, you know, it's all a show. And all of the things that they're doing is just because to show you up, you know, like if you feel that your ego is hurt by this person, you should feel that you're actually victorious about it. You know what I mean? Because you have enough power to make this person fake things, trying to show you something. It means that they're bothered by it. But yeah, they feel that their ego has been bruised. It's kind of like quite difficult to get inside this King of Swords in this particular deck of mine here, because they always feel that there's the smartest one in the room. And their ego is just so big, it's difficult, Aquarius. One thing that I would advise you to do here is that instead of focusing on this person, I feel that you need to be focusing a lot on yourself, because being in a relationship with somebody who thinks that they're higher above somebody else is not a really nice feeling, because you will always feel that you're undermined. Your opinion doesn't matter. So I suggest you to just focus on yourself instead of focusing on this person. It's hard to love these type of people. Could be harsh too. No. It's difficult for them to even apologize. You know what I mean? Not the type of person who is just so easy to apologize. I hate that type of people. But anyway, let's move on to pile number 2. 8 of Wands, the Lovers, the Emperor, and also the 9 of Wands. Okay, so you're dealing with somebody who feels the connections more than you do. They feel it in an instant. So even before you feel things for them, this person already felt it. In the beginning, it was very, very passionate. You know what I mean? It was kind of like quite sexual too. They really, really want to touch you. They do. They kind of like trying to make plans how to conquer you and everything like that. But the thing is that, you know, the Lover's card in this particular deck of mine, I have 2 of them. The first one is this one, where the other person is still kind of like eyeing for, you know, how does this person respond to what I do and everything like that. So they feel it very passionately, but they also have fears and insecurities. Like, so, you know, they think so highly of you that they are doubtful. Like, what if Aquarius see this side of me? What if Aquarius knows this problem that I have? Will they accept me? I have a satellite over here. Will Aquarius accept me? Or will that turn them off and everything like that? So this person will do things based off of your reaction. So they would do a certain type of step, and then they will kind of like judge your reactions. If they feel that you guys are welcoming upon that, then they're starting to open up and open up and open up even more. But if they see that they do something or they reveal something to you, and then there's like a little bit of a judgmental look in your face, they're then going to be a bit secretive, just because they're afraid that you might reject them in some ways or might not like that part of them. So if you're dealing with this person, with this pile number 2, and you really want to get serious with this person, I feel that the first step that you need to take is to be much more understanding and welcoming of them, because they have like a lot of insecurities. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say the things that they're hiding is bad though. It's not really. It's just that they're afraid that you would judge them for that. They think so different than the pile number 1, where the person was the one that thinks so highly of themselves. With this person, they feel you are higher than them, and it's like, oh my god, like Aquarius is so out of my league. Is like, oh hello, is this really happening? And I'm not really sure if Aquarius see this side of me or this part of me, like would they actually kind of like accept me, or whether they're just going to back away. So for those of you who chose pile number 3, you have the 4 of Swords, King of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, and also the Knight of Swords. So in the now, this person is kind of like sleeping off the thoughts of you, because it has been kind of like quite a little bit drained for them. So, however, they're now doing like a lot of self-development thing. So they're trying to understand themselves like a lot better. And they're trying to teach them some new tricks or some new behaviors or some new ways of coping with their stresses or their traumas or whatever that is, to help them in a situations with you. So they're doing like a lot of self-development program here. And they're also observing you very, very intently, just in case you need their help. They're going to be the first person who's going to help you or going to be there for you. So you might see this person as being selfish and not really care about you, but in reality, this person is doing like a lot of self-development, and the reason why they're doing it is because of you. So they're teaching themselves some new tricks on basically anything like anger management, or how to be less avoidant, or how to be less anxious in a relationship, stuff like that. So now, for those of you who chose pile number 4, 2 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and 7 of Pentacles, and Chariot card. So if you chose this pile of card, this relationship might move up really, really slowly, and it frustrates you at some point. But the reason is that this person sees the potentials in you to settle down or to build something that is of permanence with you. Do they feel you in terms of emotionally? Yes, they do, but they're not trying to let their emotions kind of like go above their intentions. You know what I mean? Because they intend on taking this seriously. They don't want this to be a play-by-play. So they intend to do this seriously. And that is why it's taking kind of like quite some time. They're moving in very, very slow. And then they're trying to kind of like tackle one thing at a time when it comes to you. Once this relationship evolves 7 weeks or 7 months or 7 years, I don't know, but number 7 is very, very important here, then it will move in a lightning speed. But before that happens, you kind of like have to be like a little bit patient with this person. All right. So I think that is it for my reading for you, Aquarius. I hope that you guys find tons and tons of clarity you've been looking for. I really do hope to see you next week for another weekly reading. All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.